1-0, 7 innings pitched, 1 strikeout, and it was a big win there for them. So
that tells you he's not going to overpower anybody. He's hits a lot of bats, only 1 strikeout in those 7 innings. And I say he's their number 2 guy. Braden Clark is their number 1 guy, but he threw 105 pitches over the weekend, so he'll likely pitch in Game 2 of this tournament for Beverly, Mass. The defense for the kids from Beantown: Foglietta, Petrosino, and Frost in the outfield, with Pacheco, McIntyre, another Petrosino, and Fox at first base. Matthew Plose doing the catching for Eric DePiro, and another Foglietta. We got 2 Fogliettas, 2 Petrosinos, and 2 Naumanns in the starting lineup. 3 sets of brothers as we are underway in game number 2, and the first pitch blasted high in the air to left field. And it's Austin Foglietta making the snag for out number 1.
And just like you started off, said he'll, hit the bats and hopefully not hit them square. And there you go, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Austin Foglietta and his twin brother William both celebrated their 19th birthday yesterday. So happy belated birthday, and not a bad way to experience your 19th birthday. They'll remember this for the rest of their lives.
Yes, they will.
Ball 1 down and into Jake Brocious as you see DePiro. Expect this guy to throw a lot of strikes. Right on cue, the commentator's curse.
Yeah, he's not going to overpower you. He's going to go, he's going to change speeds in the zone, try to get you off balance. And
hot shot to right. Frost came in on it, then staggered, but makes the catch. So Brocious put a charge into it, but right at Brennan Frost in right field.
First baseman, number 18, Sawyer Naumann.
And here comes Sawyer Naumann. He's Conference Player of the Year in Iowa, 2nd in the state in homers with 12 during the regular season. And he's quickly ahead 2-0.
Yeah, and you don't want to get behind on these guys here for this in this Iowa lineup.
Chopper to third, backpedaling Pacheco on the money to first. Pretty quick first inning, just 6 pitches. All it takes for Eric DePiro to retire the side after half an inning. No score. Massachusetts coming up.
We were there to write the original GI Bill and get it signed into law when a community found itself in the middle of a natural disaster. For more than 100 years, veterans have been strengthening our nation through the American Legion, through programs that help our nation's youth become tomorrow's leaders, and by helping veterans receive the benefits they earn through their service. Learn more about how we're helping in your community at legion.org.
Iowa goes 1-2-3, and here comes the Massachusetts batting order for the head coach Michael Levine. His son Zachary, whose birthday is tomorrow, is on his staff. It's Logan Petrosino leading off at second base. Nicholas McIntyre is the shortstop, and Logan's older brother Tyler is batting in the 3 spot in center field, with Lee Pacheco at third, Brennan Frost in right field. Matt Plose is the catcher, with Nick Fox at first, and the 2 twin Foglietta boys at the bottom of the lineup, DHing and in left field, respectively, William and Austin.
Yeah, and they'll be going up against Eli Green. His start in the regional. He struggled a little bit in the regional, but had a great year. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but he's looking to rebound from that and have a good World Series.
Eli Green versus Logan Petrosino, ball 1.
And you can look out there, Eli, he's a big boy, 6'5", and dominating figure there on the mound.
Petrosino, 3 years younger than his older brother Tyler. 2 balls and a strike now from Eli Green. Sparkling numbers in the regular season, dipped a little bit in the short sample size at regionals. That's outside. Of course, Iowa has a different story than any other team here, and the teams in the state of Iowa have a different story because they play a different schedule of ball than the other 49 states.
Yeah, the way their high school schedule falls and everything, it completely throws everything off. So they don't play a lot of Legion games. I think they were maybe 13-0 on the year, and but a lot of high school games.
So leadoff walk for Petrosino, and here's Nicholas McIntyre. Batting out of the 2-hole, the shortstop takes another miss inside.
Yeah, very unusual. Eli Green on the year, he actually threw 37 innings. He walked only 16 guys in 37 innings. So
down the middle and popped up on the right side of the diamond. It's Tucker Nauman for out number 1. Here comes Tyler Petrosino.
Center fielder number 15, Tyler Petrosino.
Petrosino might be the most vocal member of this Massachusetts team. They had a players-only meeting after their 1 loss at regionals that has become infamous, with Petrosino and the catcher Matt Plozet doing most of the talking. Mike Levine said, just guys, go back to the hotel, have a chat, bring everybody together. Coach went out to dinner, said, how'd it go? We're ready to go, Coach. And here they are.
and you gotta love these names. It just sounds like a bunch of baseball players.
Michael Levine, the head coach, saying that the 19-year-olds basically run the team. He's here to coach, but he doesn't throw, catch, or hit. And come off the field in between innings, it's Petrosino and Jose and the other elder guys who are all back this year for their final Legion run. What a run it's been. Dream come true, they've said, to make it here to Shelby. A lot of these guys have been playing together since they were 12, 13 years old. The old guys on the team basically missed their senior year of high school due to COVID. Petrosino takes strike 3. Quickly, 2 outs in the inning. Let's look at the Iowa defense behind Eli Green. Brocious, Stahl, and Garrett left to right in the outfield. With guns at third, Smith at short, Nauman and Nauman on the right side of the diamond in the infield, with Hudergart catching Green for Dubuque County.
Looks like he's struggling with the grip a little bit on the ball. You know, right now we can go back and look and see how hot it is, but it's pretty steamy out there right now.
The local newspaper man that kind of nicknamed this Dubuque County team the Minutemen. Line drive right center. That's down for a hit. Stopping at second base, Logan Petrosino, but a single for Lee Pacheco, who looks like he could be 26 years old, but he's of age and eligible and has been a huge addition to this Massachusetts team. Michael Levine, the coach, said Pacheco's really the only guy I didn't know coming into the season, but had a couple guys vouch for him, and he has been their leading hitter through the regional. And it's their first hit of the World Series. So 2 on, 2 out for Brennan Frost.
And that was a good job by Landon Stahl out in center field, stopping that ball, keeping that guy from going from first to third and keeping runners on first and second.
tip off the bat of Brennan Frost.
Looked like he got the catcher a little bit. Umpire's giving him a little time.
Frost, the captain of the high school team in Beverly, Massachusetts. Coach saying he's as relaxed as they come, found his groove. Eli Green trying to escape from trouble in the first. That's in there for a strike.
That was a good fastball there on the outside part of the plate.
Barely had a chance to reflect on what Eric DePiro did in the first, getting the side in 6 pitches. Here's the 18th pitch for Green in the home half. And we'll need at least one more.
And DePiro hopes that we don't get a chance to talk much at all day long for him. So
he worked fast, he threw strikes, he got contact, and the defense was excellent behind him through the first inning. 2-2, and just getting a piece. Late swing, but he nicked it to the backstop. Brennan Frost hit a cool .438 in the Northeast Regional for Beverly, Mass. 7 hits and 16 at bats. Another 2-2. Chopper to the right side, and Tucker Nauman to Sawyer Nauman. 2 runners left, and we've got no score after 1. Game 2 of the day here in Shelby. Carolina towards a quadruple header of American Legion World Series action. 2 games tomorrow, 3 games each on Saturday and Sunday. Every team guaranteed 3 pool play games, and the top 2 in each pool will advance to Monday's semifinals. The championship game scheduled for Tuesday night. 4, 5, 6 hitters for Iowa, Shaber, Guns, and Tucker Nauman to face Eric DePiro, who got the side very quickly on 6 pitches in the first. Beg your pardon, it was 7 pitches. Still, it's pretty darn fast.
And there he goes again. And, he'll throw backwards. He throws a lot like I did. You know, he'll throw that changeup curveball starting off and get ahead. Work ahead of you like that.
Doesn't take a lot of time to think about it. He's not exactly Clay Buchholz with the Red Sox in his prime. 0-2, down and away. Mentioned Tuesday's championship game. We're hoping for another classic, obviously, in the final. Championship game. Of course, Idaho Falls winning by 2, a 5-3 game over another Fargo, North Dakota team. That was Fargo Post 2 a couple of years ago. This year, Fargo Post 400. 0-1 after their first game against Hawaii. On the 2-2 pitch, lofted foul down the left field line.
They just fell short there in the first game of the day, and made a bunch of errors, 4 errors, I think, and just was too much to overcome, and Hawaii took advantage of it and ended up winning the first game of the day.
That one popped foul again. Over the last half decade or so, you always have a few lopsided results in pool play. But the championship game is always delivered.
Yeah, it always has, and I think it was Delaware the year before Idaho, and won on the last play of the game.
1-0 in extra innings.
Extra innings, last play of the game, base hit, run scored. And there's been some very, very good baseball games there in the finals.
Swing and a miss, and down goes Trey Shaber for out number 1 here in the second. Yeah, the finals gone to extras 2 of the last 4 years. In the years it didn't, it was decided by 1 and 2.
Yeah, you see this change up here by DePiro, just down and away. And, man, he's keeping these guys off balance and missing the barrels.
Ball one outside to Gavin Guns, which is an awesome baseball name.
Yes, it is. And you got to love how Plose is getting the ball back. He gets the ball back as soon as he catches it, gets it back. He's already putting a pitch down. He calls his own game. They work together well. And it's fun to watch.
Sure is. No lulls. The 1-2. Little tap right in front of the mound. The catcher, Plose, pounces and throws him out at first. 5 up, 5 down to start for Eric DePiro. Here in his first trip to the American Legion World Series, the first ever trip for Beverly, Massachusetts. They had never won a state title or a regional title before this year. Won an nail-biter against Newport in the regional final. Beat them 6-5 after losing to them on Saturday, 10-2. See Tucker Nauman. That's outside. So a 10-2 loss, a players-only meeting, and then a 6-5 win the next day.
And you got to say that had something to do with it.
And I don't believe that pitch counted. There was a timeout called.
And I think that's what, the batter was trying to do. Third base coach actually come up and talked to him and told him to try to slow DePiro down a little bit.
Foul tip, 2-1.
And, I worked fast. I worked extremely fast. I wanted to have a quick game. 2-hour game in the big leagues was a great game. And, man, I made the hitter get in the box and get ready to hit. And, once that hitter's in there, umpire puts that hand, it's time to go.
Deep in the hole, McIntyre misplays it, and Iowa has its first base runner. All eyes on the scoreboard. It will be ruled a hit.
Yeah, they ruled it a hit on the board, and it looked like there at the last second. Well, it took a long hop to him. Yeah, long hop, tough hop, and he might have beat it out anyway, so but it goes down as a hit.
And we'll see if Eric DePiro is disturbed at all from switching from the windup to the stretch.
And when a pitcher's going good, the hitter tries to slow the pitcher down a little bit because the pitcher's ready to go, trying to get in a groove, and hitter's trying to throw his timing off. And when you're going good as a pitcher, you want to make them get in the box.
Foul tip. And quickly, Owen Hudergart is behind in the count, 0-2. Fly ball left center field. Petrosino on the run, makes the catch, and retires the side. 2-out single does no harm, no score after 1.5.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans? From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service. Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
Massachusetts will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up in the last of the second here in Shelby, North Carolina at the American Legion World Series, an event that first was held 95 years ago in Philadelphia. About 4,000 teams across the United States and Canada. And of course, Shelby has been the home of this event since 2011. It was about 25 years ago where they first contemplated the idea of a permanent home. And Shelby, as was said, just became the perfect fit. They applied, created a great application, and driving into town, you see, welcome to Shelby, North Carolina, home of the American Legion World Series. This town and this event have become synonymous this past decade.
Yeah, it's a perfect place for it, and like we said, permanent home.
Here's the Beverly, Massachusetts catcher, Matt Plose, and he'll get down to first very quickly.
We've seen a lot of guys getting hit early today. In the first game, I think we had 4 or 5 maybe. And there's one now already.
First baseman number 21.
There were 5 hit batters in the first game. There's the first here in game number 2. If you missed it, Hawaii, a 7-1 winner over North Dakota to start our quadruple header. That was in the Stars division. This is the Stripes, and Nicholas Fox, the first baseman, stepping in from the left side against the right-hander, Eli Green.
Another good baseball name. Andy Fox comes to mind.
Yeah. Got to know Andy a little bit during my time in the Red Sox organization. He was a roving infield instructor.
He was tough out in the big leagues, too.
Yeah, I bet. Eli Green, not a bad name either. Swing and a miss. Count evens 2-2.
And you got to look at Iowa, too. If he can, Eli Green can have a good game here and go deep into this game and actually have a chance to win this game, then Iowa has their number 1 guy coming back, which is Aaron Savory, which is committed to Iowa.
And he still has another year of high school, too.
Still has another year of high school and throws ball upper 80s, low 90s. And
Savory, complete game. 9 strikeouts in the regional final against Arkansas. He'll likely start game 2 of this World Series. There's ball 4, though. A hit batter and a walk. Give Massachusetts 2 on with nobody out. Slow stroll to the mound from the catcher, Hudegard.
we know it's hot. It's extremely hot out there. And you know, it was always tough for me to be able to, you know, when it was hot like this, to be able to grip the ball and hold on to it.
So 2-1 for the Foglietta twins, who turned 19 yesterday. Coach Michael Levine just saying these kids are characters. The Fogliettas, they keep the team loose. They're the 8 and 9 hitters, and when they get on base, that's when we score our runs. And the bunt popped up. The catcher, and it was caught. The pitcher made the catch, nearly colliding with his catcher in a scary sequence. But Eli Green makes the catch for the first out.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen a pitcher and catcher collide on a pop-up before.
I haven't either. And tell you what, we're lucky that the pitcher slid.
Yeah.
The catcher went high, but still his shin guard
When the
hit Eli pretty hard, it looked like.
When Hudergaard did not get it, I thought that was going to drop and everybody was going to be safe. So Austin Foglietta will try to pick his twin brother up.
Yeah, not what Mass wanted here. You know, they're a very, very good team at doing all the situational stuff and not getting that bunt down. And could have had runners on second and third with one out and a chance to jump up early.
Slow bouncer to Nauman on the right side. He'll get the middleman at second. Not even close to being in time to get the double play. Blose over to third base. Runners at the corners with 2 down. And it'll be up to Logan Petrosino back at the top of the order. Beverly, Massachusetts got a couple base runners in the first inning, stranded them both. 2 men on with 2 gone here in the second. And ball 1 to Petrosino, who threw a leadoff walk and was stranded in the first.
You know, the one thing about Mass is they're going to put the ball in play. They're going to make the defense play. And as we saw in the first game, you do that, then, you know, sometimes some bad things are going to happen because the defense still got to catch it, throw it, and catch it again. And
the 1-1 drops in there. Half glance back at the umpire from Petrosino. So he's in a 1-2 hole here with 2 outs in the second. That one's just off.
And you got to wonder if they're going to get the runner at first going. Try to make something happen, see if they'll throw down and try to steal a run.
Eli Green's 2-2. In there for a called strike 3. Second strikeout for Eli Green. And Massachusetts with 4 runners left on base through the first couple innings. We are still scoreless at the end of 2. We go to the third inning on a very sunny Thursday here in Shelby, North Carolina, just west of Charlotte. We got Dubuque County, Iowa, and Beverly, Massachusetts. And more fans than you would expect on a Thursday morning, early afternoon. Look at how cute that baby is in the stroller, enjoying her bottle.
And by tonight, this place will be, for the last game, will be jam-packed.
I'm sure it will. Well, missed opportunities, Steve, from Massachusetts. They can't get the bunt down. They get gifted 2 walks and a hit batter and are unable to capitalize on it. Iowa comes to bat here in the third, still dead even.
Yeah, and just not getting the bunt down, moving the guys over, and they could have had runners on second and third with less than 2 outs, and they just didn't take advantage of it.
When did the art of bunting?
It's called the launch angle.
Here's the fly ball out to center field. First pitch of the third. And There's Tyler Petrosino to take care of Landon Stoll. I mean, yes, launch angle and exit velocity have changed the way we look at things, but I mean, there was a time, I mean, I feel like when I was growing up, there was more focus on bunting, and kids were taught bunting. Second pitch of the inning into center field. That's a base hit for the number 9 hitter, Michael Garrett. So 1-out single, and Cole Smith, the leader and MVP of the regional for Dubuque County, Iowa, coming up with a man aboard.
Yeah, you see Garrett just taking that ball right back up the middle. And, you know, DePiro, I mean, I was the same type pitcher. You know, I gave up a lot of hits, but, you know, I threw strikes. So, you know, now you give up that hit, and now you still one pitch, double play, out of the inning.
Feels like as a pitcher, anytime there's a man on first base, you're thinking double play.
Always. I was a sinker ball pitcher, sinker ball changeup, and I was always thinking. Anytime the ball was hitting the air, it's because I elevated the ball. I was, you know, I threw down, and worked fast, threw down, and that's exactly what DePiro's doing here. You know, as a pitcher, sometimes we can get to working too fast. You know, when the hitters are wanting to get in the box, that's when you do not want to get on the rubber as quick. But when you're going good, you better make them get in the box.
So, opportunity here for Cole Smith. Runner aboard, ahead in the count, 2-0.
I wonder this Iowa team, 2-0 here. Wonder if they'll get him, try to get something going, try to get him moving a little bit. And a little hit and run.
Runner not going. Hot shot to short, could be 2. That's 1. That's 2.
Pitcher's best friend.
Right on cue, Eric DePiro gets the tailor-made 6-4-3. And DePiro has gone 3 scoreless for Massachusetts. McIntyre to Petrosino to Fox.
Pitcher's best friend.
Across this stadium here in Shelby, North Carolina, you got statues and plaques and also plenty of improvements from where we were a couple years ago.
Yeah, they've done all kinds of stuff, Evan. I mean, it's, you know, the irrigation, I think, was a big thing, you know, because it rained and we'd have to wait and wait to be able to play. But they fixed all that. They put new pitcher's mound in, batter's box, moved the fences in, moved the warning track with the fence. And, man, it looks good.
Yikes. Second straight inning that Eli Green begins with a hit batter. This time it's Nicholas McIntyre who gets nicked by the fastball that was way inside.
And it just got away from him and jumped out of his hand right.
So it's Tyler Petrosino with a runner aboard and nobody out. Massachusetts' Eric DePiro has faced one more than the minimum through his 3 innings. Pitched around a couple of singles, got a double play to get him out of trouble in the 3rd.
Yeah, and Eli Green's been a little different. He's had runners all over the bases and, and got out of it. But I guess you're wondering how long he can live like that,
Check on the runner at first again. Petrosino awaits his 1-1 pitch at the plate. Here it comes. Lee Pacheco is on deck. In the cleanup spot. Deep fly ball down the right field line toward the corner. It's a fair ball. McIntyre's going to be waved around third. The throw to the plate is going to be in time. They got him. Iowa strikes down Nick McIntyre at home, and we remain scoreless here in Shelby. What a relay.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, that was a very, very good relay from Barrett to Nauman to Hurgart. And that's how you do it right there. And he puts the tag on him, and man, that's a big first out of the inning there.
Got him on the shoulder. Eli Green fired up. A double for Tyler Petrosino, but a huge moment in this game with Massachusetts losing a man at the dish.
Yeah, that's tough to get the, as a coach, getting that first guy thrown out at the plate. And, you could have had guys on second, third, but nobody out. But just playing aggressive baseball like they've played all year. And when you play aggressively, some things like that happen.
Yes, indeed. Head coach Mike Levine, also the third base coach, made the call. McIntyre gunned down. So here's Pacheco. And the 1-0 pitch. Missed outside, 2 balls, no strikes. There's Coach Levine. He's an all-star in his high school days. Won a gold medal in the Maccabee Games playing for USA Fast Pitch Softball in Israel.
Softball. He was telling me about that.
It was back in 1985, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few years ago.
His son will be 31 tomorrow. Zachary's on the staff. His brother Eric and nephew Matthew are also on the Beverly, Massachusetts staff. It is a family affair. Two and two for Pacheco. Trying to drive in the game's first run after Massachusetts lost a man thrown out at home plate. Heck of a throwing sequence. Michael Garrett in right field to Tucker Nauman, the second baseman. Hurgart applied the tag. Green with a big fist pump. And that pitch gets away. Over to third, Petrosino scurries. Wild pitch to set up a potential sacrifice fly with a full count and 1 out to Pacheco.
Yeah, and going back to that relay, I was telling you, I was watching them take infield, outfield yesterday, and all these teams, were able to, hitting the cut, making good throws to all the bases, and paid off right there.
3-2 pitch. Chop past the mound, and the infield was in, and that's a RBI single for Lee Pacheco to put Massachusetts in front.
Yeah, and that was going to be a hit no matter what, if the infield was in or back. But just a good job of, like we said, putting the ball in play, making things happen. And Mass takes an early 1-0 lead here. Fastball was up just a little bit and just took it right back up the middle.
Pacheco's 2 for 2. Got the RBI. Brennan Frost fouls off strike 1.
Now, Coach Levine would wish he would have had that runner, held that runner up at third. It'd be 2-0 now.
Going to throw down to first base, but Pacheco back in safely.
I think the one thing with all the teams after interviewing all the coaches and talking is every team here has a good catcher. Catchers that can, play defense, throw the ball around, block the ball.
So important.
Most important position on the field. He's your leader. He sees everything going on. He's the only guy that can see everything. And when you have somebody that can call a game and do all that, he becomes your coach. He's the head coach out there.
Eli Green trying to get out of this with just the 1 run allowed. Stranded a couple base runners in the first and the second innings. Pacheco leading away from first, and that gets way outside of the zone. Pacheco easily up to second on the second wild pitch of the inning. With the early hit batters and then the wild pitches, is that an example of overthrowing, or what do you think the issue is?
I think he's having trouble gripping the ball because, if you look at his stats for the entire year, he only walked 16 guys in around 40 innings. And
that ball cracked down the right field line, hooking toward the corner, but it drops in fair. Massachusetts will lead 2-0 as Pacheco scores on Brennan Frost's RBI double. Eerily reminiscent of the Tyler Petrosino double in terms of the spot in the ballpark.
It looked just alike, but
and if not for the wild pitch, maybe the runner from first would have been thrown out at home again. Who knows?
Exactly. It takes this ball right down the line, and man, they're jumping up and hitting the ball. And you do wonder. I was the same way. If I couldn't grip the ball very well, and then you try to go make a quality pitch on a pitch and get it down in a way, and you just can't get it there, and you make mistakes, and that's when I would get hurt. And it looks like he's just struggling maybe.
When you're struggling to grip the ball, is it the baseball or the atmosphere, the conditions?
A lot of it's conditions, like the heat, and sweat. You're sweat dripping down your arm, and just trying to keep it from getting on your fingers and getting on the ball. And it's hot.
Have not seen any spider tack in the dugouts here at Shelby.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any of that here.
Yikes. Third hit batter for Eli Green, second in the inning. And all of them have been first pitches of at-bats.
And it don't even look like he's trying to go in. It's more down, down the middle, first pitch, and the ball's just jumping out of his hand right.
First and second now. Still only 1 out, and that gets away. And Frost and Close both move up. 2 hit batters, 3 wild pitches, and 3 hits. And the only out this inning, Nicholas McIntyre getting thrown out at home plate on the double by Petrosino.
Yeah, not for that, we wouldn't have an out up on the board.
Massachusetts really with a chance to break it open. Chopper to the mound near the bag. It's the shortstop Smith on to first for the out, but in to score from third is Brennan Frost to make it 3-0.
This Mass team just, a good job of taking what they give you and trying to get that run in from third, and that's exactly what they did.
Putting the ball in play. Upstairs, ball 1 on William Foglietta. Two and 0. Massachusetts had chances in the first and the second, could not cash in, making up for it here in the third. Goodness. the 4th hit batter of the game for Eli Green.
And that may be it for him.
3 here in this inning. And that looks like it will do it. Head coach Ronnie Kramer coming to the mound to get his starter. Green got out of trouble the first 2 frames, but living on the edge, eventually you're going to fall off that cliff. 2 outs, 2 on, 3 runs already in, and a pitching change here at the American. Back here at Keeter Stadium, Evan Lepler and Steve Woodard delighted to be with you for game 2 of the day. We're in the last of the 3rd inning, and a new pitcher has come on. We're at number 21. It's Raymond Schlosser. He'll be a senior starting this fall, Dubuque Senior High School. And he'll try to get out of the mess with runners at the corners and 2 away and 3 runs already in here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, I mean, same scouting report. He's going to throw around 80, throws strikes, gets ahead. Had a good year during the year, 4-2, 1.47 ERA, but struggled during the regional, giving up some runs. And
have you ever had a coach, when you're asking for a scouting report, be like, nah, he didn't throw strikes?
Yeah, actually I have had that happen yesterday or day before yesterday. But yeah, it's the first time ever. And he goes, do you have any idea how I can fix him? I go, well, if I could watch him throw, I probably could help you. But first time ever I've had somebody say that.
All righty. Massachusetts does have 3 hits and 2 doubles in this inning, but 3 men have reached on hit by pitches. There have been 3 wild pitches as well. Schlosser's first toss to Austin Foglietta, and he missed with it downstairs.
You know, I always tell people, I mean, when you walk guys, hit guys, let guys get on base like that, sooner or later, you can get away with it some, but sooner or later it's going to come back and get you.
Another wild pitch will bring home the 4th run of the inning for Massachusetts.
Wow.
Close trots in. William Foglietta moves up to second, and his twin brother Austin's ahead 2-0.
Evan, I don't know if I've ever seen that before, though. Well, we had 3 people that have been hit, 4 people that have been hit, and how many wild pitches all in the same inning?
It's 3 hit batters and 4 wild pitches in the inning.
Wow.
4 hit batters, 4 wild pitches for the game.
Dang.
We're 2 2/3 innings into it for the Iowa pitching staff. As we said, without their number 1 guy, Aaron Savory. There's the, believe it or not, the first walk of the inning, but the 3rd walk of the game for Iowa pitchers. Logan Petrosino, the 9th man to hit in the 3rd inning for Beverly, Massachusetts. Beverly posts 3-3-1. Players from Beverly High School, Bishop Fenwick High School, St. Mary's High School, all coming together to make this run to North Carolina in the Legion World Series.
You know, I would love to know what, you know, because I bet this has not happened to them all year long. And you got to wonder what the factor is. I mean, what's, you know, what's going on? And you got to wonder now how this is going to affect DePiro. He's been sitting for a good maybe 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see. I got a hunch he'll be okay.
Oh, absolutely. After getting those 4 runs up on the board.
He would love one more gapper right here to make it 6. But he doesn't want to get greedy. 2-2 to Petrosino with 2 runners aboard and 2 outs, and he tried to check his swing but could not do so. So Petrosino strikes out to end the frame, but 9 men come to the plate. 4 of them score on 3 hits, 3 hit batters, 4 wild pitches. No errors, 2 men left. 4-0 Massachusetts as we head to the 4th.
When our veterans came home from serving their country, the American Legion helped them with the GI Bill to get a head start. When they came home from Vietnam, we helped those affected by Agent Orange to get care and compensation. Now, a new generation is dealing with their own challenges. Every day, 22 veterans who put their lives on the line for our country came home and took their own. As it has for over 100 years, the American Legion continues to advocate for our veterans, so when they leave service, there's a place for them to go to continue serving and, when needed, to get help.
You hear the waves?
It's the first that stay with us. They make our hearts race, our eyes widen, our hands sweat. The lines of our smiles deepen in our cheeks. The magic of experiencing something for the very first time never gets old. Come, experience firsts that last in North Carolina.
So Eric DePiro retakes the mound with a 4-run lead after his offense produces 4 runs on the 3 hits, the 3 hit batters, the 4 wild pitches. And we'll see if he can rediscover his rhythm, Steve, after you said the long break in the dugout, which was enjoyable, but also may have cost him a little momentum.
Yeah, it may have cost him a little momentum, but I think he'll get it back here, especially when you got those 4 runs up there.
Part of the Iowa order coming to bat: Jake Brocious, Sawyer Nauman, Trey Shaber. Obviously a big day for Iowa baseball tonight. The White Sox and the Yankees from the Field of Dreams field. Amidst all the corn, and a leadoff single for Brocious to start the 4th. Steve, you were telling me before, you've been to the Field of Dreams field in Iowa?
I've been to the Field of Dreams. I've not seen where they're going to play the Major League game at tonight, but it ought to be interesting. If you've never been, it's such a cool place to go to. And, I love the movie Field of Dreams.
Of course.
But the cornfield, I mean, it's amazing.
Might be dating myself a little bit, but I think Field of Dreams was like the first DVD I ever got. Like, we got a DVD player, and I got Field of Dreams, and I've watched it many times. That's a shot down the left field line for Sawyer Nauman. Here comes Iowa. Brocious to third, around the bag. He'll hold there, struggles to get back, but just does beat Pacheco's tag. The double for Nauman and 2 men on second and third with nobody out for Dubuque County.
Yeah, and Dubuque's come out swinging the bats here. And like we said, we didn't know how it was going to affect DePiro, but fastball inside and takes it right down the left field line and made the turn to try to score, but come back and just got back in.
Pacheco with a hard tack there, slapped his arm off the bag.
I missed that, but I don't think I'd want him slapping me either,
no.
Would you?
Take a look at it one more time after the next pitch. Certainly by the letter of the law, or the spirit of the law, Brocious safe at third base. But check this out.
Man.
I mean, he's being tagged without his hand on the base, but as a defensive player, you can't
push him off the bag.
Yeah, you can't push him off the bag.
But it was just a tag, though. what do you do? If we had instant replay, right? What would they call with instant replay?
That's interesting.
I want to find out what the rule is. I don't know if I've really ever seen that happen before.
And that's why I love baseball so much, is because you've played thousands of games, and I've watched thousands of games and played 6 or 7 in my day when I was actually a ball player. And I said, doing minor league baseball for 7 years, once every week or two, you see something you've never seen before.
Something you've never seen before. That's what makes it such a great game. And, you know, I told you, I talked to the umpires yesterday for a while and had a chance, and they was wanting to.
Swing and a miss, and down goes Shaver for out number 1 here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a big pitch by DePiro there to get the first out of the inning with runners in scoring position. Just a good curveball down and away, and swing and a miss. But getting back to the umpires, they were talking about, like, when you get to this point here in this World Series, it'd be great to have every once in a while have a replay. Maybe one coach has one that he could use, and then the umpires, if they feel like that they need to do something, could get together and look at something just to make sure that they get that call right. And it was very interesting to hear them say that.
Tapper foul. Gavin Guns behind the count, 1-2. Second and third, 1 out for Iowa. They trail 4-0. Grounder to short. McIntyre throws to third, and they got the middle runner Nauman in a rundown. Brocious has scored, but they tag out Nauman for the second out of the inning. Iowa does get on the board on the fielder's choice. Guns unable to advance beyond first base. So it's 4-1. DePiro gives up the run, but the lead runner gunned down as Gavin Guns takes over as the runner at first.
You don't see that a lot. Usually that shortstop's just going to go ahead and make that play at first, get that for sure out, and it looked like he slipped as he was trying to make the throw. So very fortunate they were able to get that out.
And when you get ambitious like that is when a mistake can happen. The throw is a little bit behind Pacheco, but able to handle it. 6-5, 6-5, 6. When was the last time you saw that?
I don't know if I have.
Not enough room in the scorebook to write those 5 numbers in 6-5, 6-5, 6.
You know, and it's funny, like with, you know, especially even like with 2 outs, I've had people say, well, you know, there's a ground ball hit to third base and there's a runner on second, he's coming at you. Why don't you just tag that runner?
Another chance for McIntyre, moving to his right. And a good strong throw to Fox at first to get Tucker Nauman. 1 run on 2 hits in the top half of the 4th. We're at the midway point of the 7-inning game. 4-1, Beverly, Mass.
The strength of our country hasn't just been won on the battlefield. It's won every day in our communities when we come together in our toughest times. For over 100 years, the American Legion has been strengthening communities by providing life-saving help and support to our veterans and neighbors during our nation's toughest times. It's what the Legion's all about. We are the American Legion, veterans strengthening America. To learn how you can help, visit legion.org.
We were there to write the original GI Bill and get it signed into law when a community found itself in the middle of a natural disaster. For more than 100 years, veterans have been strengthening our nation through the American Legion, through programs that help our nation's youth become tomorrow's leaders, and by helping veterans receive the benefits they earn through their service. Learn more about how we're helping in your community at legion.org.
The American Legion World Series is brought to you by the American Legion and by USAA. We were scoreless through 2.5, but after 3.5, it's a 4-1 game. Massachusetts with a 3-run lead, and coming to bat again here in the last of the fourth. Nicholas McIntyre began the bottom of the third getting hit by a pitch. And he was out on a fielder's, or he was out on the play at the plate. But the Beverly, Massachusetts squad still producing 4 runs as the infield gets a mid-game rake. On a day like this, just one lap around the diamond, you'll work up a pretty good sweat.
No YMCA on the way around, is it?
All smiles here from the staff in Shelby, as usual. Michigan and Idaho is the 3rd game of the day. And then Maryland and Mississippi to cap off the quadruple header. Mike Gleason will be in the play-by-play chair for the second half of today, along with Steve the Iron Man Woodard. I mean, Cal Ripken played however many 2,600 straight games, but he never did 4 games in a day.
I'm looking forward to it. Some good baseball.
1-1 McIntyre bounces in the dirt. This Iowa team didn't have a whole lot of drama at their regionals. They were down 3-0 in their first game, but scored 6 straight to win 6-3. So they came back at the first game of regionals. They certainly could do it the first game at the World Series. Say not much drama, but the second game of regionals for Iowa was 10-9. They were going against a bunting team, a team that just bunted all the time. And at the bottom of the 7th, there was 1 out, bases loaded. Ronnie Kramer said, we knew they were going to bunt. And this ball 4 dished in there to McIntyre. And the bunt was popped up, doubled the guy off third, ball game.
Center fielder number 15, Tyler.
Beat the Cabot, Arkansas team in the final behind the complete game from Aaron Savory. Number 3 batter, Tyler Petrosino.
And I'm starting to think that I've jinxed these guys because I've said, you know, they throw strikes, get ahead. But, you know, they're falling behind here 1-0, 2-0. Seems like on every batter.
Tip foul back to the screen. Petrosino doubled and scored. An inning ago. Here's the 1-1. And that's down and away. Mentioned it earlier. Both these teams did not have their number 1 starter available today. Braden Clark could be back as soon as tomorrow, but Massachusetts has tomorrow off, so he'll likely start on Saturday. Aaron Savory also could be back tomorrow for Iowa, and who knows, that could be a de facto elimination game. You don't want to start 0-2. Of course, a long way to go here in this one. 3-1 pitch laced into left field by Petrosino. His second hit scoots McIntyre up to second. And the Massachusetts bats are cooking again here in the 4th.
Yeah, and especially when you know, when the hitter's ahead in the count like that, 2-1, 3-1 on that count there, you know, it makes it a lot easier to hit. And they're just taking everything that I was giving, just taking it where it's pitched and going the other way with it.
Pickoff attempt at second, goes into center field. Landon Stahl comes up firing his second and nearly sliding too far past the bag, but Petrosino hangs on. It's an error on the pitcher for the throw, and both runners advance. Now second and third with still nobody out. Schlosser not making it easy for himself, and Ronnie Kramer's coming out to the mound.
Yeah, he shouldn't have threw that ball. That was going to be, there was no play there. And you know, on a pick to second. You don't have to, you don't have to pick. You can fake and kind of put yourself in a bind now with nobody out and runners on second and third.
Ronnie Kramer, his 7th year involved in this Iowa program. They said he was an assistant under Rob Horner the last time Dubuque County advanced to the American Legion World Series back in 2018. Ronnie Kramer says he's been coaching 1 or 2 baseball teams every year for about 37 years. Looked like an intentional walk.
Yeah, so they're not going to pitch him. He's already, what, 2 for 2 for the day. And
so they're going to put Pacheco aboard and bring the infield in to deal with Brendan Frost, who also ripped a double down the right field line his last time up. Schlosser, yikes. Great stop by Hudergaard. That had wild pitch written all over it. McIntyre at third, Petrosino at second, Pacheco at first, and ball 2.
And this right here could just break it open, 4-1. It could be worse if they wouldn't have got the guy in the inning before thrown out at the plate. It could be a lot worse right now.
Off-speed pitch, attacking the 2-0. Frost fouls it off. Now the 2-1, and he missed with it. So the Dubuque County team with the backs against the wall a bit right here. 3-1. Hot shot. Oh, snared by Nauman at second, coming home with it, but safe. Hudergaard could not keep his foot on the plate, and everybody's safe. Runners advance. It's 5-1 Mass.
Yeah, and his foot was just, you become a first baseman, and if we can see his foot right here, it looked like it was just his foot was just a little bit there, maybe a couple inches in front of the plate. Yep, was it? Yep, not on the back. Right call by the umpire, and still got bases loaded now with nobody out.
Another hit batter, and another run is in. And it's 6-1 in favor of Beverly. Close hit by a pitch for the 3rd time in the game, Steve. He's like, what did I do? That's going to be all for Schlosser. Hit batters and wild pitches, unfortunately, the story for Iowa's staff. Bases are still loaded. There's still nobody out, and a new pitcher's coming on after the break. So Logan Burchard is going to take over on the mound for Dubuque County, Iowa, as they're looking for someone who can just consistently throw strikes. Massachusetts currently has the bases loaded, currently has 6 runs on 5 hits, and a slew of walks, hit batters, and wild pitches.
Yeah, and Logan didn't pitch during the regionals, but during the regular season, Logan was 4-3. 33 and 2/3 innings pitched and had a 3.74 ERA. So he's just trying to keep him from scoring any more, so this game don't get any more out of hand.
And Schlosser faces 7 batters and only got 1 out. Of course, they could have got the out at the plate this inning, and there's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, and like I said, I think I've jinxed him. I hope I haven't, but I don't have a scouting report on Logan, so I ain't going to say what I said. But the name of the game is you throwing strikes and getting ahead.
Schlosser only threw 9 strikes and 26 pitches. So, see if Burchard can do better. Infield, in, on the edge of the grass all the way around. And strike one. Fastball over the inside edge to the left-handed hitting Nick Fox. And a fastball by him again. Runners at every base for Massachusetts. 2 runs already in this inning. And the 0-2 down and away, but not far enough away from Heudergart to advance Pacheco from third.
Yeah, trying to get him to chase that change up down and away, and did a good job of blocking the ball and keeping it in front of him.
Pacheco's at third, Frost at second, Close hit by 3 pitches in the first 4 innings of this game at first. Called third strike over the inside edge. Perry Ramacone, the home plate umpire, rings up Nick Fox looking.
Yeah, and that looked like another changeup. Just watching what the catcher was giving him, but just right over the inside corner of the plate and strikes out looking.
Borderline pitch, but Iowa gets the call. 1 gone, line drive, shallow center. X gonna drop. Everyone moves up 90 feet, and it's 7-1. William Foglietta with his first hit in the American Legion World Series. Pacheco in to score from third, and Frost and Close both move up 90 feet.
And you see Foglietta here, just a ball in, jammed him a little bit, was able to get the bat head there. And man, these Massachusetts guys put the ball in play and make things happen.
Williams' twin brother Austin fouls it off. Austin Foglietta, fielder's choice and a walk his first 2 trips. Oh, 1. Foul back again.
Ahead 0-2 again. And man, I tell you what, when they do get ahead, Massachusetts is battling them and making the count, getting back in the count. And
Logan Petrosino on deck. Foglietta strikes out. That's 2 strikeouts for Burchard since coming on. Breaking ball there, rings up Foglietta. And for the second straight inning, Logan Petrosino comes to bat as the 9th man to hit in the inning. Beverly Mass batting around, scoring 4 in the 3rd. So far, they've scored 3 in the 4th. Bases are still loaded. Two strikeouts and a walk for Logan. Two and 0.
Yeah, I'm falling behind here 2-0. And you got to wonder if he's going to come unglued right here. He's on.
That's the call on that one.
I don't think he liked it, but a pitcher's pitch. Now I'm betting he comes back with this changeup again. That's seems to be his go-to pitch. There it was.
Petrosino tipped it into the catcher's mitt. So far this inning, 2 walks, 2 singles, And another hit batter. 3 runs in. The 2-2 in there for a called third strike. So Massachusetts gets 3, but then Burchard comes out of the bullpen to strike out 3 guys in a span of 4 batters. William Foglietta's single made it 7-1, and we head to the 5th. Mass up by 6.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
The strength of our country hasn't just been won on the battlefield. It's won every day in our communities when we come together in our toughest times. For over 100 years, the American Legion has been strengthening communities by providing life-saving help and support to our veterans and neighbors during our nation's toughest times. It's what the Legion's all about. We are the American Legion, veterans strengthening America. To learn how you can help, visit legion.org.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
A look at the quadruple header schedule. Currently in the 5th inning of game number 2. Massachusetts leading 7-1. 7-1, a popular score today. That was the margin for Hawaii and North Dakota. The kids from the islands getting the win over the boys from Fargo. Michigan against Idaho. The Idaho Falls Bandits, the defending champs here in Shelby. They'll be coming up next at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then Mississippi and Maryland, the nightcap at 7:30 p.m. Really wonderful baseball atmosphere here in Shelby on a hot day. It's a good day to find some shade. No shade for these ball players where they're out in the field, though, and another long wait in between innings for Eric DePiro, who's been grooving. Here comes his 50th pitch. Flown out to center field, but there's Tyler Petrosino. 1 away.
Yeah, good job there coming out, and they put 3 runs up. His job, put a 0 up on the board quick and get his team back in. And you wonder if last inning when he had that long break, if it bothered him, and he had another long break here.
Iowa generated back-to-back hits to start the 4th, scoring their only run. Landon Stahl takes the ball up high. It's 2-0 after Hudergart flew out to Petrosino in center. 7 runs, 6 hits for Massachusetts. 1 run, 4 hits, and a couple errors for Iowa. And the wild pitches and hit batters don't show up in the error department, but those feel like errors as well.
Yeah, they do. And like we said, it'll come back and get you sooner or later. And it
1 out walk, Stahl down to first.
And you got to love how Plose, he takes control of the game and runs out and tells DePiro, hey, slow down, cool it.
Massachusetts in 4 innings, Steve, has received 5 walks and 5 hit batters. And of those individuals, as the pitch lined out to right center, that's going to get down in the gap. Stahl going corner to corner as Michael Garrett, the bottom of the Iowa Dubuque lineup, it's 2 for 2.
Yeah, he's done a great job hitting here tonight. He's flipped that order, and now we've got runners on the corners with 1 out, but man, they're starting to get things going here in these last 2 innings.
Just to finish the point, 5 walks, 5 hit batters. It's a little surprising. Only 3 of those 10 base runners have scored. First and third.
And how many wild pitches?
4.
So 5, 5, and 4.
Two and 0. Mentioned it earlier. Dubuque County was down early in their first game at regionals. Rallied back, 6 unanswered runs. They're going to need at least 6 unanswered runs today. I suppose they don't need to be unanswered. They scored 5 and then give up 1, and then they score 5 more. They'd probably take that too. This will be the 59th pitch for DePiro, squaring a bunt, and that's in there for strike 1.
You know, there's a, he's fell behind on the last 2 hitters, last 3 hitters really fell behind, and, he's throwing the ball great, and, like you said, you're getting up pitching for 59, but, man, to be able to, got to win this first game. You win that first game, and
then
so what do you do?
Ace in game 2.
Yeah, you have your ace in game 2, so, I mean, you got to leave him in here. You would think the way he's throwing the ball and got these guys off, because these guys can put up a lot of runs quick.
The interesting calculation could be obviously playing it by ear, but Massachusetts is off tomorrow. They have their ace Braden Clark scheduled to pitch on Saturday.
Yeah.
3-1, lined up, pretty well hit to left, right at Brocious. I beg your pardon, right at Foglietta. Runner in to score from third. Landon Stoll makes it 7-2 on the sac fly from Smith.
Yeah, good job of getting him in on that sac fly there, but DePiro getting outs. I mean, right now we're starting to get late into a game. We're in the 5th inning now since we're playing 7-inning games, 5th inning, and you get a couple outs here or there, and you're sitting in the 7th inning of a ball game.
So if Clark is pitching on Saturday, I was going to say he'd have to throw 60 pitches or fewer to come back for the final if they were to get there. Deep drive to right. Back to the wall is Frost, but he'll have the room to make the catch as Jake Brocious put a charge into it. But a long fly ball is out number 3. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 man left. After 4.5, Massachusetts leads 7-2. Fans are desired here in Shelby, North Carolina today. Fans and shade.
I'm glad we're sitting up here in the press box where it's nice and cool. But
I don't want to make anyone feel bad.
Or we could be doing a game there in the rocking chair. That wouldn't be so bad. I would too.
Love those rocking chairs, a staple of the concourse here at Keeter Stadium. What a venue this is for American Legion Baseball. This historic venture dating back to the mid-1920s. Still going strong, better than ever. Strike one in there.
And you got to give Burchard credit. He came in that last inning and faced 4 guys.
Sure did.
Struck out 3, right? He's come. I mean, he did all he could do, especially with the bases loaded, and kept this ball game. Well, it was 7-1 at that point, and kept it. It's now 7-2.
McIntyre's the 2-hitter, but he led off in the 3rd and the 4th. Was hit by a pitch and walked, and somehow avoided getting hit by that pitch.
My goodness.
Target practice. Two-one. High and tight again, ball 3. Through the first 4 innings, 5 walks, 5 hit batters, and I think only 4 wild pitches.
I'll tell you what, when you're, kind of wild here and there, keeps hitter off balance a little bit.
Shot through the hole on the right side, and a base hit to lead off the 5th for McIntyre. He's on base to start the 3rd consecutive inning for Beverly, Mass.
All these guys were just exactly what Coach Levine had said in the interview, that they will just take what the pitcher gives them and go the other way and make the defense play.
Tyler Petrosino has played a solid defensive center field. Has a double and a single and a couple of runs scored already. We are in the stage of the game where if Massachusetts were to score 5 times this inning, it would be over. 10-run lead.
10-run lead.
4.5 or 5.
3-5.
4.5 if you're the home team.
Right.
No, haven't gotten a 5 spot yet. A couple of big innings the last 2. Delayed steal, and no one really covered second. And Massachusetts pushing the envelope, catching Iowa off guard.
Yeah, that's just them, being back on their heels, and that was a very good delayed steal.
Yes,
there.
it was. Another lost art of base running. And that bounced right off the catcher's mitt. I think you call that a pass ball.
Yeah.
So an SB moves McIntyre to second, and a PB moves him to third. And Petrosino will look to drive him in.
And it's 7-2. Bottom of the 5th, infield's, other than the third baseman, everybody's playing back. Which is unusual to me. I'd be trying to keep that run from scoring, trying to keep it a 5-run game.
Three-two. Cracked foul on the ground. Into the first base dugout. Another 3-2 from Burchard to Petrosino. Popped up left side into shallow left field, and it's Brocious. Not deep enough for McIntyre to tag. He's back at third. So that'll bring up Lee Pacheco. As you can see on his arm, well tattooed. All the tattoos hold special meanings. There are 3 crowns for his family, his mom Carolina, himself, and his younger brother Adam. Hard grounder to short. Cole Smith will take the sure out at first. He threw it wide of the bag, and Pacheco with an admirable athletic maneuver to try and escape the tag. But he'll still pick up the RBI. They finally get Pacheco out.
But he done his job.
Yes, he did.
The infield playing back like that, and hit the ball up the middle, easy RBI. They get that run back.
Lead back up to 6. Here comes Brennan Frost. Little looper, right center, on the run. Landon Stahl makes the catch. Heck of an effort from the Iowa center fielder to prevent any further damage in the 5th. But one more run across for Massachusetts. And we go to the 6th. It's 8-2. Beverly leads Dubuque. Well, through 5 innings, Massachusetts has an 8-2 lead. We were scoreless through 2.5, but a 4-run third, a 3-run fourth with the big innings for Beverly.
Yeah, there was a lot of, some hits, batters, and walks, and everything else that kind of got them going, and they just took advantage of all those mistakes. They don't show up as errors, but, buddy, they took advantage of it.
And 2 extra base hits in the 3rd, and they got 7 hits in the game, but Iowa has not done itself any favors with the wild pitching. Day is over for DePiro. We'll talk about the new pitcher, Noah Guanci, in a moment, but first you see the numbers. DePiro.
Yeah, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, a walk, but, man, he worked quick through strikes, and I think he's been the key to this game.
See if Noah Guanci can keep that momentum rolling.
Noah Guanci, he's a junior to be at Beverly High School, and man, it's a tough. I'm trying to figure out strategy here, Evan. We were at 62 pitches, I think, and between 61 and 80, it's a 3-day rest, and he was at 62. He's already going to have to wait 3 days. Why do you not put him back out there?
Deep in the hole, it's short. Throw to first. Got him. Sawyer Nauman retired on a nice play by McIntyre. It's an interesting question, Steve. My pushback would be, well, if you feel your guy has gone 5 good innings and he's done, and you feel your pitching depth is decent, easier to let a guy come out fresh than get pitches 62 through 79 of your starter.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's I guess that's why we're sitting up here and they're coaching. But man, it's hard to take a guy out when he's throwing strikes and getting ahead.
Well, here's the number 1 pitcher for Dubuque County. It's Aaron Savory, pinch hitting for Trey Shaber, the DH.
The Iowa commit that we'll be seeing here pitch before this tournament's over.
Michael Levine, the coach of Massachusetts, saying about Noah Guanci that Guanci pitched for Levine on the JV team this past year. Started the season on JV and just kept on getting better and better. Ended up pitching key innings in the state tournament for the varsity. Savory from Waller Catholic. Good frame, 6'3", 178.
Pitcher's build. And, you know, his. I'm can't wait to watch him pitch. You know, they say he's, you know, upper 80s, low 90s. And
what were your measurements when you were 18 years old?
I was 6'4", 225.
Okay. A little bit more stout of a pitcher's build.
I was a big boy in high school.
2-2 on the pinch hitter, Savory. High and away.
And you got to wonder if the Mass coaches talk to the pitchers about working fast. I mean, everybody talks about it, but do you really do it? But I think Plose, I mean, he's the key to this. He gets the ball back quick to the pitcher, and the pitcher's ready to go.
Just missed. Just missed. Savory draws the walk. One out, one on. Gavin Guns up next.
Number 13, Gavin Gunn.
Left-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter, hunting the first fastball, and he fouled it off to the right, out of play. Hawaii, a 7-1 winner over North Dakota. Now Massachusetts leading Iowa 8-2. Every team guaranteed 3 pool play games, top 2 in each of the 4-team divisions. Advance to the semifinals, scheduled for Monday. Championship game here in Shelby Tuesday. There is precedent for a defending champion to come back and win. It happened here in Shelby in the last decade. And Brooklawn, New Jersey went 2 in a row, back-to-back. Petrosino out in center, handles the Guns fly ball for the second out of the inning.
You know, Noah's come in, done a great job. You know, we were questioning the move, and you know, we haven't seen them all year. You know, this is the first time I've seen them and seeing what they're, you know, like. And
next year, you should literally be at every regional across the country. Can you be at all 8 at the same time?
I would love to do that. I'd be like my buddy Kyle Peterson, that
right.
which I played with in Milwaukee, and now does you know, college baseball, college World Series, and everything.
In there, strike 1 to Tucker Nauman. Guanci just trying to pump in strikes, get outs, get back to the dugout. Massachusetts 4 outs away from a opening day win here at the American Legion World Series.
You know, the question when we came on was, how are we going to slow down the Iowa bats? And as of right now, this Mass team, that's exactly what they've done.
Yep. Eric DePiero and now Noah Guanci.
Yeah, I think that's been, you know, like I said, the key to this game was how DePiero came out and started this game. He kind of got everybody on a roll, working fast, and it kind of went from there.
0-1-2. Up and away, throw to first. The other thing about Idaho Falls, it's a little different than the normal back-to-back because obviously there are 2 years in between. And that Brooklawn, New Jersey team had a lot of returners. Idaho Falls has 1 player back from 2 years ago.
Yeah, Kai Howell, he'll be back. And
hot shot to first, off the glove of Nick Fox. Can he recover in time? No. He was so close to the bag, so close to the dugout, and the inning will continue for Owen Hudergaard.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, tough play there, but as a pitcher, you know, the first baseman's right beside the bag, and you go to break over there, then you stop, and then you can't get there. And we can see here now the ball's hit there. Pitcher's still standing there, and we probably had him if the pitcher would have got over there. It could have been a flip over, and would have been the third out of the inning. But it goes down. It's a hard hit ball, but it goes down as an error.
E3. First and second, 2 outs. Strike one on Hüttergart, who's flown to Petrosino in center field twice. Fly to shallow right. Frost a few steps to his right to put it away and retire the side. Iowa with a couple of base runners but cannot capitalize. And Massachusetts coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th with a 6-run lead in this 7-inning ball game.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
We are family.
We are music.
We are creative. We are active.
We are community. Welcome to Shelby. Welcome to Shelby.
Welcome to Shelby. Welcome to Shelby.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
The full schedule here at the American Legion World Series. 2 games tomorrow, 3 each on Saturday and Sunday. And then the semis and the finals. Were you on the record, Steve, with a pre-tournament pick?
No, I've not really made one, and there's some good teams here. You look at Idaho coming back. You look at Tupelo, Mississippi coming in, and there's just some good ball clubs on both sides of this bracket.
8 regional champions, 8 teams coming in with the momentum, coming in after a big celebration, the emotions of realizing you got this trip of a lifetime to compete on this stage. Last of the 6th, and another first pitch, but they say that he did not got out of the way. In fact, he raised his arm, and Plose, who had been hit each of his first 3 plate appearances.
This would have been his 4th time.
It would have been his 4th.
I don't think he wanted to get hit. Let's see. Oh, yeah, well, he just didn't get out of the way. Right call. But I wouldn't want to get hit 4 times, would you?
Breaking balls, leadoff runner aboard. No, I wouldn't, but...
Now what would be bad if he comes back and gets hit by the pitch here before this at-bat's over?
I remember I knew a guy in college who was determined to play an ACC baseball, set the school's hit-by-pitch record, and he did. Swinging away and flying this one to right center field. Landon Stoll over for the out, and Plose will not end his plate appearance at first base this time.
I played with a guy named Fernando Vina, and when he's on your team, he always, you love it when he's the leadoff guy, stick his knee out, and then when you played against him, he did it to me, and I was like, man, you hate that when they do it to you.
Dude, come on. Don't be like that. Nick Fox is coming to the plate.
Not sure what's going on here. It looks like a bag of ice. Is that what that is?
Yeah. One of the assistants.
I don't know if I've ever seen a game stop with that happening before.
Ice delay.
First,
on a 93-degree day here in Shelby.
First time ever seeing that. I guess that's for DePiro maybe to put on his arm.
Or to just their Gatorade got too warm.
Yeah.
or Powerade or water or whatever they're drinking down there. Pitch to Fox in there for a strike.
No, they put it on his arm. Close's going to need that before long.
For his thighs, his hips, elbow.
We've seen a lot of even pitchers have got hit today. One pitcher got hit in the back. But I don't think I've ever seen a whole bag of ice go on somebody's arm. I don't know what they were doing. Well,
would you ice your arm after every single time you pitch?
Not every time, but if I did, it was just elbow occasionally. But
1-2, line to second, caught by Tucker Nauman for out number 2. Well placed defensively there to take a base hit away from Nick Fox.
Number 4, William Faglietta.
Well, this is the first time in the game, Steve, that Iowa has retired the first 2 Massachusetts batters of an inning. Bircher trying to make it a 1-2-3 frame. William Faglietta takes a strike.
Well, hopefully you didn't jinx him.
Burchard came on the 3rd pitcher of the game, struck out 3 of the first 4 guys he faced. That's down and away. Stadium scoreboard says 2-1, but I'm pretty sure our 1-2 is accurate.
1-2?
Yep. Umpire confirms it's 1-2. And that, goodness, that hit the top of the bat. It might have hit the body first, though. Is it possible it hit his back and then hit the bat?
I don't know. But it looked like a fair ball for a minute.
That hit his back first.
Yep.
But I guess it's technically a swing, since that's unbelievable. And he's got a base hit to show for it.
No, it should have went as a hit by pitch before, it hit the body before it hit the bat. And he didn't make an attempt at it.
That's true.
But anyway, he gets a hit out of that. Actually, first, talking about first things. So this year, my youngest stepson were playing, and just that same situation. I'd never seen a batter stand there and didn't pull the bat down, and it was a ground ball back to the pitcher behind his back like that.
I feel like I've seen that once or twice in the Little League days way back when.
They always tell you, get your bat, throw your bat down. But my goodness, when a ball's coming at you, it's kind of hard to throw your bat down.
Off the bat, off the back, off the bat.
Never seen that, but he didn't want to take first, did he?
Well, Faglietta, William is 2 for 3, also with a hit by pitch. And twin brother Austin, 0 for 2, does have a walk. 2 outs in the last of the 6th. Austin pops this one down the right field line, playable for Michael Garrett. And that retires the side. We go to the 7th inning. Stoll, Garrett, and Smith coming up for Iowa. They need 6.
We were there to write the original GI Bill and get it signed into law when a community found itself in the middle of a natural disaster. For more than 100 years, veterans have been strengthening our nation through the American Legion, through programs that help our nation's youth become tomorrow's leaders, and by helping veterans receive the benefits they earn through their service. Learn more about how we're helping in your community at legion.org.
Hear the waves?
It's the first that stay with us. They make our hearts race, our eyes widen, our hands sweat. The lines of our smiles deepen in our cheeks. The magic of experiencing something for the very first time never gets old. Come Experience firsts that last in North Carolina.
The American Legion World Series is brought to you by the American Legion and by Cleveland County Tourism. Massachusetts leads Iowa 8-2 as we go to the top of the 7th, the top of the last inning. Last chance for Iowa. They got single runs in the 4th and the 5th, but otherwise we're shut down by Eric DePiro and now Noah Guanci, who pitched around a walk and an error in his first inning out on the hill in the 6th. Gets a swing and a miss from Stoll to start the 7th. Bottom of the order has done the majority of the damage for Iowa. Stoll chops it to third. Pacheco. Can he get it there in time? No. A slight bobble. Kind of an in-between hop. And the leadoff man is aboard, and they're going to rule that an error on Pacheco at third.
And that was a tough. I mean, that was a tough hop there. He stayed in front of it, but beat it out and they give him error. You know, and he's been Pacheco's been a key to this game too. You know, he's 2 for 2, and then got that last run in there, hitting that ground ball to shortstop.
Landon Stoll over at first base. Maybe had a 2-foot lead, and they threw over to check on him.
Yeah, and if he gets thrown out stealing or gets picked off here, it'd be bad. His run don't mean anything there at first base.
No. Massachusetts has a day off tomorrow. And certainly enjoy. Enjoy the opportunity to rest, relax, and watch everyone else compete, knowing that they're 1-0. Their ace, Braden Clark, on the mound on Saturday. 2-1. That ball roped out to left field, and it's down for a base hit in front of Foglietta. So Michael Garrett might deserve a spot a little higher up in the order.
Man, I don't know. If I was hitting ninth and seeing all those pitches, I'd want to stay ninth. But he's 3 for 3 on the day, isn't he?
3 singles, has half of Iowa's hits. And it looks like we're going to get a pinch runner. Nick Offerman. Not to be confused with the Parks and Rec actor.
Or Jose Offerman, right?
Well, yes, but the Parks and Rec actor is actually Nick Offerman.
Oh, I got you. See, I don't watch
Ron
that.
Swanson? No?
No.
You gotta
my
get
wife,
yourself
my wife
some
don't
Parks
like
and
comedy
Rec.
stuff, so.
She married you, so she got a sense of humor. So Offerman at first, Stahl at second.
What is Parks and Recreation? What is it about?
It's about the town of Pawnee, Indiana. Amy Poehler is the head of the Parks and Rec department. Or I guess she's not the head because Nick Offerman, Ron Swanson is the head, but she's the main star. It's a classic.
I'll have to watch.
The first season's a little awkward, but you got to fight through it because seasons 2 through the end are phenomenal.
So it's on Netflix? No?
It definitely was. Not sure where it is now. May have moved around. But Aziz Ansari and Retta and Chris Pratt, obviously. Obviously, right? Obviously. Here's the 1-1. That is down
So some
low.
very good actors in this.
Yeah, big names. Mike Schur, who's one of the writers and producers who also produced The Office, is also a big baseball fan. I believe one of the creators of Parks and Rec is the owner, author of the Ken Tremendous Twitter account, which is a big baseball Twitter account. Anyway, we're in the 7th inning of an American Legion World Series game between Iowa and Massachusetts. And the 3-1 pitch is over the inside corner to Cole Smith for strike 2. If Smith were to get a hold of one here, he could cut the 6-run gap in half. Pitch. Liner toward right center. That's going to get down for a hit. Bobbled by Petrosino, but no risk in sending Stahl, so that'll load the bases for Brocious. Nobody out. Bases full here in the 7th.
I was about to say, it might be better to have the bases loaded and put some pressure on Mass here. And with Brocious coming up, I think he had 12 home runs on the year.
Well, it looks like the closer's coming on. And it's going to be Nick McIntyre, who's played shortstop all game long. He's going to take over on the mound after we come back. A little drama here in the 7th and a pitching change. Bases loaded, nobody out. The captain of this Beverly, Massachusetts team is also the closer. The shortstop, Nick McIntyre, moves to the mound with nobody out and the bases loaded here in the top of the 7th. It's a 6-run lead, so he can still be aggressive. He doesn't have to nibble. He's got the heart of the order coming up, though. Brocious, Nauman, and Savory, who pinch hit for Shaber in the 6th. Brocious is 1 for 3. A single and a run scored in the 4th. And the first pitch from McIntyre's popped up. Shallow center. Petrosino is deep, but he will make up the ground and haul in out number 1. The defensive changes included Logan Petrosino moving from second to short. Demers coming off the bench and taking over at second base. And McIntyre moving to the mound. Now Sawyer Nauman with 1 out. Nauman has the only extra base hit of the game for Iowa. Pops this one up. Infield fly rule in effect for the 2nd out in the 7th. And so far, Nick McIntyre has been brilliant.
Well, like you said, he's the closer, and he comes in lackadaisical, it looked like out there. Very calm, relaxed, and got 2 quick outs with the bases loaded.
So Aaron Savory, likely the starting pitcher for Iowa tomorrow. A pinch hitter entering this game in the 6th inning in the DH spot is the last chance for Dubuque County. And he's ahead 2-0. Late call, strike 1.
Tough call.
Yeah.
Looked a bit outside, but.
Base is still loaded. Chopper to the mound. It hit the feet of McIntyre. Pacheco scoops it up but has no play. Scariest part of that is your starting shortstop and captain and closer going down, but he will pop back up and presumably get right back to work. It's 8-3. The bases are still loaded. That'll go as an RBI single for Aaron Savory.
Let's see where it got him at exactly. Looks like he's hurting a little bit.
Right on the left foot.
Yeah, it looked like it left inside of the foot. And
Number 13, Gavin Gunn.
He's a Boston dirt dog. You can see that in his jersey. Gavin Guns trying to keep Dubuque County alive. The Minutemen.
you know, all they're worried about is that guy that's on deck. The guy on deck is the key to this here. He's beat tie and run.
Local sports guy dubbed them the Minutemen because they basically had to form a team in a minute. Won the state tourney back in May. Iowa now down to its last strike in game number 1. Two from McIntyre, hit Guns in the helmet with a breaking ball.
Wow. Now we bring the tying run to the plate.
You're right. It's 8-4. The bases are loaded for Tucker Nauman.
And you see that curveball just got away from him and
doink.
Pulled his bat down and hit in the helmet.
Nauman. That pitch just missed. So McIntyre gets 2 quick outs, then an infield single and a hit batter. 1 out away from closing this thing out.
Now we're down. It's 2-0 count. You got to believe that he is. I don't know. You never know here.
Nauman takes strike 1.
You know, you're the tying run. Come unglued on it.
Runners lead from every base, but it's popped up in shallow center. The second baseman, Petrosino's got it. Make it Demers, the defensive replacement at second base, puts it away, and Massachusetts 1-0 in the Stripes bracket here at the World Series with an 8-4 win over Dubuque County, Iowa. The boys from Beverly start their journey on the right foot.
Yeah, I think the keys to the game, Evan, Eric DePiro, I think, got it started the way he pitched, you know, working quick, getting ahead. And, man, and then the Mass team took advantage of all those hit-by pitches, walks, pass balls. They took advantage of it, put the ball in play, and got a big win here.
So Hawaii wins 7-1 over North Dakota in our first game of the day. And then Massachusetts, an 8-4 winner over Iowa. Top 2 from each division advance to the semifinals, which will be Monday on ESPNU. Steve, hope you and Mike have a great afternoon and evening here in Shelby, North Carolina. Halfway through our quadruple header of day 1 coverage of the 2021 American Legion World Series. Entertaining baseball. Runners gunned down at the plate, but Massachusetts enough hits to get the job done. For Steve Woodard, I'm Evan Lepler saying so long for now. Massachusetts, an 8-4 winner over